Christy and the first have to go out of obligation. I don't want problems with my partner, my grandparents, my parents always went and I have to follow the ritual. I'm going to see so-and-so and talk for a while. B. Positive motivations will give a positive attitude. I want to thank God for what He did this week. I need to hear His word to change more to His image. I am a lover of His presence and I want to worship Him. I need to feel His presence. I want to cause others to feel the move of the Holy Spirit. II. Right vs. Right relationship, a custom. Habitual action that is always performed in the same way. Relationship, connection between two or more people. Right. When we attend church and we get to that place to sit for a few hours to see what happens, that day what we actually perform is a ritual and the attitude that develops is passive. We look, we listen and we go to the church, next meeting. If I liked what I heard then I say, the service was good, otherwise how bad it was. Relationship, we develop a relationship when we come to a service with the attitude of being attentive, learning and being sensitive to what the Holy Spirit tells us to do to provoke His movement. Sometimes by the simple act of applauding or raising our hands while worshipping in the spiritual world, changes are made that lead to yourself and those who are with you being more sensitive to the presence of God. The attitude of a provocateur of the move of the Holy Spirit is an active attitude in which he is the first to seek a change of atmosphere when it seems that nothing is happening. 256. The action on your part is the one that causes the Holy Spirit to move or stops Him from working. Each of us are responsible for what happens in a cult. III. By right or relationship. Answer the following questions being objective in your answers. 1. What motivates you to leave your house to go to church? 2. What are you most aware of in the temple? 3. I focus on how the praise is heard or on singing. 4. Do I focus on what is being said in front or who is passing in front of me? 5. What action do I take? The environment is heavy, I'm leaving or the environment is heavy. I'm going to intercede for this to change. 6. When selecting where to sit, I look for where I will be more concentrated or where I will be more comfortable to talk and look at my cell phone. 7. I focus on how long this is or I look for good things I can learn today. 8. If something negative happens, do I focus on criticizing it or do I look for a solution to that situation? 9. Since you arrive, do you participate in the praise despite how you may feel? 10. Do I take this time at your house to evaluate my life and make the necessary changes? Do I see the time in the house of God as a moment in which I forget about myself and seek to talk to Him, listen to Him, cause His presence to be felt by others? I think that when you reach this point you will have an objective conclusion about what your attitude is in relation to whether you go to the house of God by right or by relationship. It is clear that there are difficult moments in which it is more difficult for us to worship, but when